17 Kids.
Hey, it's Mace. It's that time of year. Shopping is hard. Finding the right gift can be impossible, and waiting until the last minute is a nightmare. The last minute stuff can be a mess. I've got the answer. I'm going to save you all the guesswork. The answer is flowers from the Books Company, and I've got 25% off your entire Books purchase so you can send some too. Here's why the Books Company is so good. Their flowers are cut fresh, sourced directly from the best flower farms, so they last way longer. It was easy. I picked up bouquet, set my delivery date. It was done. No wrapping required. Books is perfect for the people who have everything. Get a festive bouquet for mom, a mini tree for your grandma, and you can go big with a flower subscription for your wife or girlfriend. It's basically happiness on repeat. And right now, you save 25% with promo code ESPN. Go to Books.com. Use promo code ESPN. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Books. Promo code ESPN.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event starts now at Carden Alleyway Hyundai. Experience the chill of winter and the thrill of savings with 0% APR on a brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson, 2024 Elantra, Sonata, Santa Fe, Ioniq 5 for up to 48 months, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Carden Alleyway Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or online at CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. Offer available to well-qualified buyers only, subject to HMF credit approval. Expires January 2nd, 2025.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SLASH to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text SLASH to 321-321. That's SLASH to 321-321.
Lakers talk continues on 710 ESPN.
Max Christie had the tough task of matching up versus Ja Morant last night, and Max took full advantage of the opportunity to be in the starting 5.
On the defensive end, obviously, my main assignment tonight was Ja Morant, so my mind was kind of just focused on trying to make it as tough as I could for him. He's a really dynamic player. He's a really good player, and I thought I did a decent job of that tonight.
Lakers Talk is presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute. When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. Visit HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com to get the help you need today.
More Lakers talk with Andy Kamenetzky right now.
Thanks again to Jovan Buha from The Athletic. Again, check out his coverage on the site or listen to Buha's block. You can watch it on YouTube, just like you can watch Locked on Lakers on YouTube. 5 days a week, everywhere you get your podcast, Monday through Friday, always free, never behind a paywall. And again, for the sickos who like to watch, it is available on YouTube. Jovan brought up that question of just the Lakers, whether or not they are going to decide to just go all in this season, because they've got to decide pretty quickly. And honestly, if you're not going to go all in this season, then you really do need to sit down and talk with LeBron about what he wants, talk with AD about what he wants. Because there's only so much longer, at the very least, you can do this with LeBron. And if, say, you felt like we would like to keep moving forward with AD, but we feel like we need to reconfigure the roster around him in ways that is impossible to do with LeBron on the books at his salary, like, that becomes, I guess, a separate conversation. But at some point, you just have to decide, what are we doing? Like, what are we actually doing? Because you can't – there's no point to having LeBron at this stage of his career unless the goal is just put asses in seats, like sell tickets, be relevant, sort of cosmetically relevant. There's no point to doing this if you're just going to be a play-in team. Like, you're kind of just wasting everybody's time.
Yeah, I mean, a playing team every single year because you know the expectation. Okay, now we understand it's the same team from last year. We don't want to be in that same. You don't want to be in between. You either want to be a playoff team or because I mean that in between is tough to be in.
Well, especially too. Like, look, I understand that in the West, talking about teams as play-in teams can be a little bit misleading because it is so tight right now. The Lakers, Jovan mentioned, if they won the Atlanta and the Orlando games, which were really just. They botched the execution down the stretch. They could be like a 5 seed right now. Like there's only, I think, like 1.5 games separating them and the 4 seed. Let me take a look at this really quickly. The Lakers are currently the 10 seed at 14-12. There are 3 games separating them and Dallas at 4. But there's only half a game separating them and Denver at 5. There's not much distance. Like everybody's got to keep this, relative in terms of how you're talking about it. It's not like being a play-in team in the East, but you still want to feel like you're moving forward in some type of discernible direction. And right now it doesn't feel like they are. I guess like the hope had been J.J. Redick could make that big of a difference. I think J.J. has been, for the most part, fine. He has not seemed like early in the season, he had the guys pretty rejuvenated, pretty enthusiastic. Since then, I think he has seemed fine, not the solution, not the problem. The problem is the roster. So you have to decide what to do. Like how much you're going to dedicate yourself to.
And there's so much, like you mentioned, JJ, there's so much he can do, right? He can put you in the right spots offensively. He can try to put you in the right spots defensively. But at the end of the day, it's like the players got to be able to execute. And that's what this season has been. They haven't been able to execute as far as down the stretch. And then, obviously, energy and effort has been a whole nother discussion. So the Lakers got to be able to go on a stretch where they can have consistency throughout night in and night out.
Yeah, and at some point, the front office and Jeannie Buss just have to decide how invested are we in this group, and whatever the answer is, what are we willing to do about that? All right, we are going to close things out, as we always do, with Crunch Time. Funchy's going to lead me and DeAndre through some NBA topics. We're going to weigh in. This is Lakers Talk, 710 ESPN.
Just like the Lakers have a game plan on the court, you should have a Go Safely game plan off the court. If you plan to drink, plan for a designated sober driver. If you're the designated sober driver, move over a lane when you see amber flashing lights on Caltrans, law enforcement, or other emergency vehicles or tow trucks. If you can't move over safely, slow down and be work zone alert. Go Safely, California, from the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans.
NextGen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. For just $88, you'll get a detailed multi-point inspection and performance evaluation for your heating and cooling system, plus professional repair recommendations to keep your home safe and comfortable. Call 833-3-NEXGEN today to schedule your $88 heating and cooling system diagnostic. That's 833-3-NEXTGEN, or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com to book your appointment today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Hey guys, it's Sedano and Cap. And Cappy, we want to make people's holidays bigger and brighter with Prize Picks. The best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports teams and sports action, especially in the state of California.
This holiday season, Prize Picks is giving away 2 free picks in December. They're giving away $30+ million in rewards. Some people think it's Christmas. At Prize Picks, it's Pixmas.
Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season and beyond, obviously, of course. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long with Prize Picks.
You make a $5 play, you get a $50 bonus. So make sure you download the Prize Picks app, use our code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, make a $5 play, get a $50 bonus.
And it's just as simple as going more or less on a player's stats. You can win up to 200 times your money on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app, use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Prize Picks, run your game.
It's crunch time on Lakers Talk.
When the clock is ticking and it's all coming down to the wire, you know what that means.
This is crunch time.
All right, the closeout is always crunch time. Funchy is going to take me and DeAndre through some NBA talking points. What do you got, Funchy?
I had something here until I can't open it right now.
Come on, Funchy. This is your.
I know this is my time. Jeez,
on,
leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me open it. I find it. So we had a bit of like 3-point, turnouts this weekend in the NBA. Last night, we had the Warriors and Mavericks set an NBA record for 48 threes in one game.
Wow.
One game, y'all.
Too many threes.
Last Friday, though, we had the record for the most missed threes in a game with 75 in a game between the Bulls and Charlotte.
Wow.
So
there are people who paid good money to attend a Charlotte-Chicago game.
Right.
A Bulls-Hornets
and you know
game.
those tickets are not that much too. They're probably like $20 or whatever. But anyway, do we love this era of the three ball, Andy?
It depends on how the threes are being created. It's not so much that I feel like every team plays the same, but I do think that there's often a lot of similarity in the final result in terms of you end up firing up a three. I'll tell you where you see it the most is when you have 3-on-1 breaks and you, instead of just taking it to the rim, they'll kick it out for three.
Not even that. What it
makes no sense.
It's like they can lay it up for a layup, but they're jacking it up a three.
Yeah, that's the part where I'm like, okay, guys, even the analytics nerds will say take the layup. That's one of the big misconceptions about the whole analytics era, and that it's all just 3 is better than 2, 3 is better than 2, which is true. And I would not mind seeing a little more of the mid range from back in the day return. But the analytics nerds love layups. They love stuff at the rim.
I was talking to Michael Thompson about this. Me and Beto were talking about this off the air the other night. Just the three ball, the three air, and stuff like that. Michael Thompson says that we need an Akeem Olajuwon, a Patrick Ewing, they come out the pipeline for us to stop shooting in the three.
You mean somebody that you just...
Like a center, Shaq, somebody.
To the basket
a back to the basket center, exactly.
Okay, I was going to say, because we have that man, his name is Victor Wembanyama, and he's moving out. The flip side of it is, that physicality, because he's 7'5", you would feel like 7'5", 7'6", whatever he is, that he'd always be close to the basket. The Spurs are letting him experiment with a lot of different stuff, including, I think, too many threes.
I think he's shooting 7 threes a game. I
here's the
believe
thing.
That's the stat.
I get it as far as big picture. In the short term, it's hurting the Spurs.
Yeah.
It's great when you're playing them, but it hurts them. But then you look at someone like Jokic, who is like a human mountain, and that guy shoots threes.
But he doesn't settle that often, though. Actually, he likes to catch it always around the mid post, and he utilizes his size and gets into the paint.
Well, and some of the reason too that Jokic spends so much time around the arc is he's often running the offense from the high post,
exactly,
and from further out.
He does bring the ball up sometimes too, and then Denver gets straight into the offense when he brings the ball up.
Yeah, I mean Jokic is so specific. I'm trying to think of. I mean, Embiid takes threes. I think sometimes too often also. Part of the thing, too, is, DeAndre, you can probably speak to this better than either me or Funchy. The youths today, the youngsters.
The you people.
Yeah.
Even the big men, I would imagine that even the big men, as they're coming up now, or, whatever would be considered big at a young age.
Exactly.
They're being taught guard skills, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Because you want to be able to have someone who's versatile and be able to expand their game out and being able to, create shots off the dribble. But I would say that, I like how offenses, they run through their offense and they're able to get a good look instead of forcing the issue. And that's what you see a lot. They force the issue, and it comes off of one pass and they shoot a three. There's no ball reversals. There's no get deep into the shot clock.
Yeah, that's something that if you're there are fun, I think, really inventive ways to create threes that keep it all entertaining. It's just when it feels like the ball is swinging around the arc just to find the first open three.
Exactly.
That can get boring.
It's all new, D'Antoni, for doing this. You ruined the NBA. Mike D'Antoni, you.
I wouldn't even. Would you say he really ruined it though with Harden? No, because Harden changed the game too by the way he was creating fouls. You know, he would go in and
that bothers me way more.
You know,
than
he's
the
number
threes.
4 on the all 3-point list, the 3-point made list.
Yeah, I mean, he's taken a lot of them.
Yeah, but I just don't think when I think of 3-point shooter, I don't think of James Harden. And you know who moved in the top 10 tonight? Paul George.
He's taken a lot of them.
Yeah,
he's always been a pretty good outside shooter.
You know, like Reggie Miller, Steph Curry, those guys, Kyle Korver.
Curry ruined the game. He ruined the game. Everyone, all these little kids look up and they try to shoot these Curry threes.
Well, the other thing too is with Curry specifically, even though Curry is so much damn fun to watch, Curry shaped the game because for young players, he seemed attainable. Not even just like that you'd be as good as him, but like he's smaller. So you'd emulate what he's doing because his size felt more attainable. This has been fun, man. We've had Funchy here. We've had DeAndre here. Thank you guys very much. Thanks again to Tom Zayas from the Lakers Exceptionalism Podcast. Also, Jovan Buha from The Athletic. We will be back next week, still determining the exact date and time, but I'll put